In today's video, I have my top newborn hacks for the first days when you bring home a newborn baby. I love newborn babies. Well, I would say I love pregnancy, but I love a lot of aspects of pregnancy, and I love the postpartum period. I think it's so important and so special, but it can be a mismarketed, missed opportunity one if you are not prepared. So my goal here is to share all that advice with you. So it has been just over a year since I brought my third newborn baby home. I have 3 little boys, and there were so many videos I wanted to make in those newborn days, and I captured footage, but I wasn't able to actually post them on YouTube because I was snuggling a little baby. So I thought now would be a great time to go back and share with you guys all the tips and tricks that I have found that have really worked for bringing home a newborn baby and all those first days. So my number 1 hack is to prepare for your postpartum body. I have a little cart that I keep in my bathroom, or a little table, and I stack all the essentials for postpartum there. Also, if you have 2 floors in your house, I really recommend setting up a station in the downstairs bathroom as well. So in my station, I have all the pads, change of underwear. I actually really recommend Depends, or the adult diapers. Fun times. I think they're a lot more comfortable than the hospital underwear, especially after the first 2-3 days where it's not so extreme. I switched to those. And then the witch hazel, the ice pads, the sprays, everything that you need to take care of yourself every time you go to the bathroom and you're sore, have right there ready to go. The next thing you want to have ready to go upstairs and downstairs is a changing station for your baby. So everyone thinks about the nursery and setting up the changing station there, but for me as a postpartum mom, I do not want to be running upstairs to the nursery or even around the to the different room to go to the nursery every time the newborn baby needs to change their diaper, which is a lot. Those first days, it's over 10 times a day. So what I like to do is have a changing station in a little carry basket, and I bring it with me, whether in the family room or in my bedroom. So I have diapers, wipes, and a little cloth to change them on, ready to go. You do not need to go to the whole changing station. I change all my babies on my lap throughout their life, actually. I very rarely go to the changing station with them. It's so much easier, so much quicker, and just right there. So I really recommend having a little changing caddy with you upstairs and downstairs. So your goal, because the goal is to not have to do unnecessary movement when your body is healing, especially in those first days of newborn life. My third tip is to have snacks on the go, on the ready. I keep them in my bedroom, in the family room, and you want them to be high protein and good nourishment for your body as you're healing, as well as having drinks readily available. So water is of course the best, like a giant, amazing cold water bottle is fantastic, but also if you just drink more juice or whatever it is, whatever it takes to get that liquid in is so important, especially if you're breastfeeding. Oh my goodness, you have to drink so much to make up for all the fluids that are leaving your body. So having a snack station and a drink station, definitely in your bedroom at night, but also in other rooms of the house if possible, is such a super helpful thing. Another thing to think about is prepping meals before you bring the baby home that are going to be nourishing and healthy. So in my community, it's very common to cook for new moms and to bring over food, and that is fantastic. And often I find that food gets eaten by the rest of the family, but for myself, I want broths and soups and just nourishing, comforting food, because you've really experienced a huge medical event when you give birth, whether it's natural or surgical or however it happens, your body is healing afterwards. So it's important to think about beforehand what will be really nourishing to you at that time. My next hack is having newborn size or 0 to 3 months zip up onesies readily available. I hate snaps. I always talk about this in my videos. Having to do up snaps on a onesies is so hard. Someone did tell me if you have a NICU baby though and they've got cords and things like that, the snaps are really helpful. But if that isn't the case for you, then I really recommend the zip up onesies, and I like to have lots of them because babies are always very messy, especially those first few days where you're just getting the hang of things, and to put them in your diaper changing area as well, so that you don't have to go searching all over the house, up and down the stairs, to get new onesies, and you can just get really inexpensive plain ones, especially for those first few days. I know it's tempting to buy all the cute outfits, and there will definitely be time for those cute pictures and cute outfits, but remember to just get a big stack of the least expensive, you know, plain cotton ones, especially for like those middle of the night changes where things are getting everywhere. Next hack is a funny one, but it's something that people don't always think about, and that's to take lots of photo and video in both portrait and horizontal landscape mode, because you never know what kind of photos and videos you'll want in the future. So I know like with one of my babies, I think my middle one, I took a lot with like the Instagram filter because that was the trend at the time, and now I look back and I'm like, why do I have all these filtered videos? Like, I hate it. So something I remind myself is to just take really plain portrait and landscape photos and videos, because like right now the portrait one is what we use for Instagram, that's what everyone's taking, but you might find when you're making the album that you want the landscape one, so just try to take a bunch. And my last tip is for mom, and that is to have comfortable clothing around. I love to have a new set of pajamas or a new robe or new slippers or just something luxurious to come home to, because when you're feeling just out of sorts and hormonal and sore, it's nice to have something soft and comfortable to come home to. But also you will be going through night sweats and all kinds of fluid coming out of you, so you might want to save those luxury ones for you know, the afternoon, but when you're actually going to sleep, just put on plain cotton. I also, one last tip about that is if you are experiencing night sweats, to put down a towel on your bed over the sheets, because it really is a lot of sweat. Okay, that was a fun one. I love looking back at the newborn days. I hope you guys find this helpful. If you are bringing home a little newborn, congratulations, enjoy it. It is an emotional roller coaster of a time, but I hope you look back on it with lots of love and wonder and just appreciate those special days. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.